Matti Johansson. Sounds very Scandinavian. Swedish, I guess. The son of Johan. Alright. Chooses to not play first? It's gotta be A-Track, right? Oh, this sounds pretty good against A-Track. Let's see. What else could it be? Yeah, Iron Soup. Nah, no delay. Tom Ross is actually just on camera. Alright. I think I can sack that, right? My hand's pretty good against A-Track, I guess. How does remand and retrace works? Also, do I want to logic nut that or just remand it for now? Hey, Moxie. Assuming logic nut is good. I know Wanja. I was watching just before I started streaming. I saw he lost game 1 and looked like he was crushing game 2. How did the third game go? Alright, I guess the play here is click myself, get rid of the remand. I think their cards don't matter that much. They're kind of all the same, right? I mean, I guess like yellowhat can matter, but his opponent chose to play first in the third game. Wow, disrespectful. James MK Art, thanks for the resub. 10 months was the Twitch Prime sub, appreciate it. Wow, offering the trade. I guess I just take it, right? And I guess I should do that right now. Maybe in his draw step. Doesn't really have instant speed. Oh, maybe there's fatal push. I guess my click is getting fatal push no matter what. Maybe I don't field up runes. Yeah, there's no reason to do it now, or yeah, I'm just gonna say go. Yeah. Oh, I can cut him up double black. Oh, how? He has Urborg. I can't cut him off anything. I think I just let him. If he's spending his mana attacking, I mean, he probably just wants to... Oh wait, retrace is only land, right? You can't just discard any card. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, it would be a bit too good if it was just any card. I'm dumb. Why would he offer a trade if he has push? That's a good point, actually. I don't know, maybe he has no ways of getting revolt. I think if I ever resolve to fairy, the game is close to over. Wow, I should have blocked. I can't believe I didn't block, actually. Wow, that was such a bad no block thinking about it. Did I really not block a click for Mutavault? Jeez, awful. Oh, I'm gonna lose. No, I could draw Jace. Wow, that was really, really bad, actually. Why did I not block already? Someone explain? And why did he offer to trade? I'm assuming he just didn't have smallpox in hand. I think I just have to discard the fairy. Wow. One game in and we're already punting. Oh. I guess we could draw a Jace. Is that good against the rag deck? I don't know. Someone please explain. Someone please explain why it's good. Jesus Christ, McKees. Good grief, Gab Nassif. I think that's what he's thinking right now. Yeah. It's not a fight, it's not a fight Liliana can win. It's already bad enough when it's just Jace. Well, smash donkeys. Wow, what did donkeys do to you? It's kind of mean, but I'll allow it if you're gonna resub. Thanks, bud. Maybe they can still win. There's no way.
Few dope 16 months. Get Gab.
I will. Thanks, Malaki. I will definitely get them. This game anyways. I don't know what I'm supposed to keep at this point. Assuming this is good. Maybe I should have just kept Island as well. Yeah, this is pretty bad matchup for I don't think I've ever lost to a track was any form of blue-white control. I don't know, I've never played A-track, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's their literal worst matchup. I'm assuming there's another deck or two that's really good against Alright, I updated the deck list too, let me know if it's not the right one. Hauling my index? Oh yeah, that sounds pretty nasty. Yeah, Azal Lezard's a pretty good card. It's still a tiny bit of play in standard. Am I the only one who feels entitled to a scoop in these spots? I mean, I don't really mind, obviously, but I do get slightly annoyed when my opponent is 0%. Trying to time me out, maybe? Getting there is the fun part. Getting to the point where you're in control is the fun part. Once you're in control and the game's locked up, it's kind of whatever. I guess I could probably mess up. Maybe they're familiar with the stream, and they now have a tendency to punt unlosable games. Time's not a win. In this matchup, time, there's no way. See, he wasn't going for time. I don't know, maybe he thought he had a chance. I don't think so. Alright, what do they have in their sideboard? Probably nothing super impactful. Maybe Pitting Needle. So I made some changes at the last minute. I went with 1 settle, 1 verdict. I'm trying the 2 terminus, 1 verdict, 1 settle split. We'll see. I cut the detention sphere. I put back the timely in. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 one-offs. Some more in the sideboard too. Not bad. Alright, Surgical's probably bad. Celestial Perch seems good. Detention Sphere seems good. Glimmer seems good. The Sweepers are bad. Remand is good. Negate is good. Rest in Peace just for Retrace. That seems bad. Let's see. Wall, Leak, Negate, Remand, Surge, Snap, Logical. What about Timely? They don't actually have creatures, right? Timely's probably bad. Alright, I think this looks pretty good, right? When I don't recognize half the cards, I know I'm watching Modern. Well, I'm glad you're here. Gearhulk and Angel is better than Path. I could see a spot where I'm pathing my own wall or Snap, because I feel like all that matters is resolving a Jace or a Teferi, and then you just win. But you might be right. Hey Nikobi, challenge going okay so far, or up a game. Do I think Teferi is a must? Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of Teferi at first. I thought 1 was fine, but I've been liking Teferi more and more. 4 paths is a bit much, but 5 mana cards against a discard Liliana deck seem kind of sketch as well. I can see spots though where you're just playing your land and just hoping to top deck. We'll see. In the past that Bob, yeah, I didn't get a good look at the Tom Ross sideboard, but I do not believe it had Bob in it. Monkey Boy, thanks for the follow. So I'm going first, right? Oh, he chooses to play first? So I need him to not have a 1 mana discard spell, or missing your land drops is really bad in this matchup, but mulliganing is probably really bad too, so I'm going to keep. Oh yeah, I went down to 3 colonnades too. Yeah, Edgar was like, maybe cut a colonnade. I'm like, sure, I'll try it. Especially since I'm only playing 24 lands. I wasn't sure which land to add. I ended up adding a second Glacial Fortress. I don't think I had much of a choice. I didn't want to play a blue fetch land. I didn't want to play a third Hallowed Fountain. So yeah, I just went with that. Alright, this game's looking pretty good. Yeah, Angels against Smallpox and Liliana. Yeah. Path's pretty awful too. They're both really bad. Oh, they have that card in their deck. Yikes. Alright. Alright, if I don't draw land, not the land I was hoping for, but I'll take it. I don't flash in a Snapcaster, right? It's just bad. Maybe not. What about Purge? I don't really care about Shrieking Affliction, right? Yeah, it turns on their Affliction sooner. Also, I might just get value. Should have flashed in the snap. The Dion Peon. Thanks for the sub. Just let it resolve, right? I think Negate's kind of my best card anyways. So, what do we think? Did he just forget to let me play first out of reflex, or is it actually a matchup where he wants to go first? I feel like he must have just forgotten, but I'm not too sure. Wow. Another one. Brutal. I guess I fetched the wrong land on turn 1. I didn't realize they had that card in their deck. Yeah. I guess I forgot I could have drawn Path. Maybe I should have flashed in a Snapcaster. If I just fetch for basic planes, I guess I couldn't fetch for basic planes, but it had to be basic. No, because I drew planes. Yeah, maybe. What should I discard? I guess that gives them a land for a desert. Yeah, I feel like that's almost the only way they can win. Alright. Me getting mana screwed. Double Fulminator Mage when I don't draw lands. Alright, do I let them play first or do I play first? I think I'm okay letting them play first. That was a interesting sentence. Tom Ross always chooses to play on the draw against fair decks. As in, he chooses to draw against fair decks? Let's go then. I think I should let them play first. Actually, this hand is kind of Fulminator Mage proof. Yeah, I try to use Day. I usually use Day. I feel like Matti Johansson is a guy's name, so I've been using he and Day. But yeah, I'm getting used to it. I think most streamers are. Most streamers do a pretty good job. Most Magic streamers, anyways. I don't know about other games. I don't know, I think you're supposed to draw, but in game 2 they chose to play first. So assuming they know the matchup better than me, I should probably play first as well. I feel like the game becomes easier once you make all your land drops. How many lands do I have? 1, 2, I have 3. Probably don't need both though. And my first 3 lands should all be basics. I'm not too worried about Fulminator. So I think I actually probably definitely want to bottom that one. I think I want to bottom both. Getting to 5 lands, maybe I'll top. I'll top the island. I don't know if it's correct or not. I feel like once I have 4 or 5 lands in play, then I can just draw a Jace, a Cryptic Command, a Teferi, and it's just pretty easy to win the game. I don't know. No, I think I should have bottomed. I forgot about Smallpox as land destruction. I guess I'm glad I topped. I guess Vendilion Click's pretty bad, right? But it's my only play. Could discard Teferi. It's also a target for Inquisition. I'm gonna discard Vendilion Click. Hates Control said I should have kept both lands. Yeah, I kind of forgot about Smallpox. I think taking Smallpox into consideration, you might still only want to keep one of the 2 lands. Why did they play fetch lands? Oh, for Hostile Desert? Jeez. Alright, I guess I have to discard Teferi. Oh, that's a great draw. Oh, fetches for fail push as well. Good point. Alright, I feel like this is probably... I've got to be in really, really good shape. I'm assuming I'm a pretty big favorite at this point. D-Sphere and land. I do not want another land. Why do you even want a D-Sphere besides Liliana? Is Liliana that scary? It's kind of scary. Rax, yeah. I mean, I understand you can D-Sphere Rax. I'm just saying it doesn't seem like Rax is going to be very good this game. I feel like it's just a race to Planeswalkers. Glacial Fortress gives me Cryptic Command mana next turn, which I really want. Field of Ruins deals with their mutables and such. I think I'd probably still discard Field of Ruin. I don't think discarding Colonnade makes a ton of sense. Just so good against Liliana. I think discarding Colonnade's way too fancy. Counter draw or counter bounce my Snapcaster Mage. I think counter draw is probably just better. Maybe not. Draw and bounce. I do want to find a Planeswalker, but then I have Snap for negate, and if they give me one more turn, I have Snap for Cryptic. I'm just gonna draw. That card's probably GG as well. I mean, you do it now, so this way I get to see if I want to play my land tap. Maybe I draw a Gideon. JTSM. Stop playing lands? Nah. With search and play, then you want to keep playing your lands. I mean, I don't think I can lose either way, but I don't think I need to be too worried. Gideon Emblem's probably decent against them too. Open and sure never gives up. The Reduke School of Magic. I guess I could have just killed them. I'll establish dominance here. Still had all these walls. 7 matches left. Card's nasty. They have a reason to be back on Gideon free. GG's, buddy. Yeah, so I added it originally because people were saying it was good against Sphinx, which it turned out to be, and then that was the main reason, I guess. You know, it's good against Grixis Shadow too, which is rising in popularity, and I was just mostly happy with it ever since I added back in. Hey, Grady. Did I watch the video about me? Oh, the thing about shaping and stuff? I haven't. I can't believe so many people are actually interacting with whoever Mark Live is, just like getting trolled. I mean, the math is 10%.
One time someone asked me why I like basketball so much. My response was that it's like watching math unfold in real time. They rightfully looked at me like I was an idiot, but I can't explain it. I enjoy sports like some people enjoy scratch-offs, I suppose. I mean, just look at this shot.
Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry! With 0.6 of a second remaining.
Hey, Stefan.
As if there wasn't enough pressure on next turn.
I like the quality is just so bad.
A Rift Bolt and a Lotus Bloom set up for next turn for Gabriel and Nassif, trying to win this game off a mulligan to 4.
Patrick Chapin do.
Chapin.
This is Gabriel Nassif, 11 years ago at the World Championship in 2007. Before the streaming, before the Hall of Fame, before winning a Pro Tour with a 61-card deck, before Amaz didn't know who he was.
Yellowhat is now rating of a party of 180. Wait, who's that?
This video is
Just
gas.
a guy on his 8th Pro Tour top 8 with his back against the wall on a mulligan to 4. Oh, and he's playing against this guy. This is Patrick Chapin. Worlds 2007 marks his 3rd Pro Tour top 8, so, you know, he's doing pretty well for himself. He's also on his way to the Hall of Fame, and he's in pretty good shape here. His opponent has just mulliganed to 4, and he's about to combo off for the win. A semifinal exit gives one of these players about $14,000, while making the finals guarantees them $22,000 with a shot at $40,000 for winning that match. So yeah, despite the look on his face, he's probably feeling pretty good. I mean, yes, these guys built this deck together, and yes, they are close friends. I'm telling this story completely out of order. Let's back up.
Okay, so back in the day, Pro Tours weren't divided up into 6 rounds of limited and 10 rounds of constructed. They were just one format. You just played one format all day. The once-a-year exception to this was Worlds. And in Worlds 2007, there were actually 3 formats. 5 rounds of Standard, 5 rounds of Legacy, and 6 rounds of Lorwyn Draft. And for Worlds 2007, Gabriel Nassif, Patrick Chapin, and a 3rd very powerful wizard by the name of Mark Herberholtz, maybe you've heard of him, conspired to get together and break the format.
The standard metagame was made up of only a handful of decks. Fairies decks without Bitter Blossom, because Morningtide hadn't come out yet. Black-green mid-range decks with stuff like Garruk Wildspeaker and Hypnotic Spectre. And Pickles decks, named Pickles for the Brine and Brine Elementals. So yeah, those were the decks.
I didn't even know that.
A week before the tournament, Chapin pitched a deck he saw in a Grand Prix side event built around Spinerock Knoll and Dragonstorm. The way the deck typically won was by casting 3 spells and then a Dragonstorm as a 4th
I think
spell.
it was a bit more than a week
Storm,
before. Maybe
4
2
copies
weeks
of
before?
Dragonstorm would go on the stack, each searching up a copy of Bogarden Hellkite that would each deal 5 damage to their opponent upon entering the battlefield. And if that didn't work, well, those dragons got to attack the very next turn.
That video is really well
Dragonstorm
made.
decks existed in Standard before this version, but they relied on Seething Song to simultaneously add to the storm count and make a bunch of mana to cast the Dragonstorm. Once 9th edition left Standard, Seething Song went with it, and players mostly assumed the Dragonstorm deck wouldn't work without it, because making enough mana to cast a Dragonstorm without Seething Song is really, really tough. At this point, Lorwyn was a brand new set, and Spinerock Knoll turned out to be the missing piece for the Dragonstorm deck. With all the burn in the deck, casting whatever gets hidden under the Spinerock Knoll isn't very hard, and lots of times, you're just casting Dragonstorm or a Bogarden Hellkite for 1 mana. So yeah, Spinerock Knoll was the real deal.
Storm was introduced in 2003 in Scourge because I don't know. It is really complicated, and I have a Modern Masters Grapeshot here, and I am going to just read the rules text for Storm. Here we go. When you cast this spell, copy it for each spell cast before it this turn. You may choose new targets for the copies. So what that means is I play a bunch of spells on my turn, most of them cheap, and then bam, you hit them with a Grapeshot, or a Tendrils of Agony, or a Mind's Desire, or whatever Storm card comes to mind to kill your opponent with. It's really, really complicated. So the thing about Storm is that it wants you to play with these mana source cards. Cards like Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual, Rite of Flame, etc. So what you're doing on your key turns with a Storm deck is you're not only tracking the amount of spells you play in a turn, but you're also tracking the mana. And sometimes you have different colors of mana. It can get really complicated, especially with stuff like Manamorphose. So yeah, they don't really make Storm cards anymore, and it's probably fair to argue that they shouldn't have ever done it.
Chapin and Nassif both top-8'd Worlds that year, meeting in the semifinals, which was a best of 5, with the winner moving on to the finals of the World Championships. Game 1. Chapin won despite Nassif resolving a Lotus Bloom first. The next card down in Nassif's deck, a lethal Dragonstorm, meaning if he'd had 1 more turn, he would have won the game. So we're off to a good start. Game 2, Nassif snaps off a Dragonstorm for 2, gets 2 Bogarden Hellkites, and wins the very next turn.
I don't remember
Here's the call
any
for
of
Game
this.
3.
Nassif looking at a draw with a couple of shocks and a Rite of Flame. That draw's garbage. Yeah, it's got to be a mulligan, right?
Wrong! He kept that. He lost the game, but he kept it. I mean, it wasn't a bad keep, at least in hindsight. Nassif was a turn away from winning when Chapin comboed off with Grapeshot and Pyromancer Swath, but he lost all the same.
You didn't get to scry
we're on
back
to
in the
game
day.
4, and oh boy, we have mulligan to 5.
All right, Nassif, 2 lands, a shock, a Swath, and a Dragonstorm. I think you got to keep that one. Meanwhile, Uri Peleg has 2 different Planeswalkers.
He's displaying his Planeswalker collection. his collection of planeswalkers and beads, I believe, are on display in that game.
Cards. This draw is actually not actually better than the 6-card draw, right?
No.
The 6-card draw with 2 lands, a sloth, a dragon.
I mean, basically, he has
to go Hellkite for a shock.
If I just showed you 3 Rites of Flame and a Dragonstorm.
He just has to go rights. Off the top of his deck for the next couple turns.
I mean, he can shuffle to 4. He can still get Lotus, Dragonstorm. 4 can be better than that.
Can be.
I don't know if it's better than that often enough. But, like, what is he throwing? He cashes it in.
He's going to 4. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Hi. Okay, real quick. If you play
I wonder if I was having flashbacks of... So when I made top 8 in San Francisco in Worlds in 2004, it was Game 5 against Aero Paquette, and I think I kept a bad 6-card hand because I just didn't want to go to 5, and then I just lost. And I wonder if, like, that factored in or not.
play Magic, I want you to think about how many times you've mulliganed to 4 ever. It doesn't have to be exact, just a rough estimate. Now that you've got that rough estimate in your head, I want you to think about those games. How many of them did you win?
Are they watching our game?
Yeah, protest cheering because that's what Americans do. Go.
Everyone in the audience cheer really loud if his hand is nuts.
Oh, Chapin's broken the format.
So, this back against the wall in the 2007 World Semifinals, Gabriel Nassif kept a 4-card hand of Rite of Flame, Molten Slag Heap, Rift Bolt, and Grapeshot. Not a terrible hand, all things considered. The 2 decks don't really have any way to interact with each other. They're just trying to see who can combo off first. They're not really doing anything other than racing.
As if there wasn't enough pressure on next turn.
Eventually the game comes to this. Nassif has a snow-covered mountain, a molten slag heap with 2 storage counters, a fungal breaches, and a spine rock knoll with a Bogarden Hellkite hidden away underneath it, along with a suspended Lotus Bloom and a suspended Rift Bolt, each with 1 time counter apiece. His hand, a Rite of Flame, a Grapeshot, and an Ignite Memories. He's at 18 life. Chapin untaps with 2 fungal reaches, one with 4 storage counters, a snow-covered mountain, a spine rock knoll with an incinerate underneath it, and a Rift Bolt on suspend with 1 counter on it. After sending the suspended Rift Bolt at Nassif's head, putting him to 15 life, and drawing, Chapin's hand is 2 Bogarden Hellkites, a Dragonstorm, a Rite of Flame, an Ignite Memories, a Grapeshot, and a Tarfire. Tarfire puts him to 13, Rite of Flame adds some mana, and a Grapeshot for 4 puts Nassif to 9, clearing the way for an Ignite Memories for 5. Just to reiterate, Nassif's at 9 life with a hand of Rite of Flame, Grapeshot, and an Ignite Memories of his own.
The nice thing about poker is that you can get dealt a hand and kind of calculate the odds that it's going to be the best hand. Obviously, the best hand can still get folded, but one of the core tenets of poker is that certain cards just beat other cards. That means a Telecaster can look at 2 hands and say, okay, this hand is the favorite if those 2 hands go head to head or both go all in or whatever. This doesn't really track to Magic super well. Sure, an ace is going to beat a deuce like a terror is going to beat a crawworm, but the value of the terror to crawworm interaction varies really wildly from game to game. The Pro Tour broadcast tries to play odds maker with that advantage bar, but it's really, really hard to calculate with any kind of accuracy what the outcome of a game is going to be. This game, though, that we're looking at, that is the exception to the rule, and that is why I want to talk about it. So after Patrick Chapin puts that Ignite Memories on the stack, his hand is 3 cards. It is Bogarden Hellkite, and Dragonstorm. They're really expensive cards, right? So if Gabriel Nassif gets to live to the next turn, his Ignite Memories is going to hit a bunch of expensive cards. So yeah, Patrick Chapin's Ignite Memories determines the outcome of this game one way or another.
All right, one more time. Nassif's hand is a Rite of Flame, a Grapeshot, and an Ignite Memories. But the text on the cards is irrelevant at this point. All that matters is their mana cost. So Nassif has a 1, a 2, and a 5, and he's at 9 life. Since Chapin's got 5 copies of Ignite Memories on the stack, if one of those Ignite Memories hits Nassif's 5-mana card, Chapin wins no matter what. He can hit a 5 and 4 1s, and it's still going to add up to 9. Likewise, if Chapin hits more than 3 2s, Nassif loses because 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 equals 9. So that's where we're at. Nassif's looking at a 10.7% chance of survival. The 2 years it died,
over 10%. I knew it was 10%.
Hits, so away we go.
I didn't realize it was
First reveal is
10.7.
Great shot. If Pat ever hits the Ignite Memories, I believe this game is over.
As we already covered here, Randy is indeed correct. If one of Chapin's Ignite...
Finally, all these years of playing, whatever it's called, that game. The game that gets you for money was the free cards paid off.
With only 4 copies of Ignite Memories left on the stack as opposed to 5, Nassif's odds of winning have improved dramatically. I'm just kidding.
Free card Monte, yeah. Little sleight of hand, little free card Monte.
Okay, still same rules. Still can't hit Ignite Memories or we're dead on the spot. The odds of surviving the 3 remaining copies of Ignite Memories drop off to 14.81%. In other words, the odds still haven't moved significantly one way or another.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Just missed the Ignite Memories, and Gabe still got a shot.
Peels it out.
What is it? What is it?
You have how many copies left?
3 more. Oh, this is the third. 2 more.
Great shot. He's still in it. It's got to be right. Can Nassif go runner?
Alright, so what Randy means by that is that the 2 remaining copies of Ignite Memories are only allowed to hit 1 out of the 3 cards in Nassif's hand. Right of Flame. There's an 11.1% chance of survival now because Nassif has to hit 1 out of 3 twice in a row.
I have the biggest smile right now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4.
What started out as a 10.7% chance of survival is now a clean 33.3%. 1 out of 3.
Chapin can't believe this is happening. Like, you balling into
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He hits the right of Flame.
And you gotta flip it though. No peeking. I gotta see it.
Slam it.
Oh my goodness! Gabriel Nassif survives 5 copies of Ignite Memories. He's got 1 point of life left. Pat Chapin was looking at that scene in the finals. He thought he had it. Those odds were absurd.
I actually think I messed up game 5 as well, or messed up game 5. I think I can't remember what. I think maybe I made a small mistake, or I don't remember what it was. It's a pretty cool video. They're all like, I don't know, just well made and. Oh, really? Wow. 7 years in a row? Jeez.
Yeah, Gabriel Nassif playing off the top of the deck. That's what we talked about. This is Orsini Jones' plan. Get some threats. Top deck or no. Nassif forced to play off the top of the deck.
Yeah, I saw the match that started.
All of us, himself included. He's drawn the card face down in front of him, and he hasn't even looked at it yet. He's trying to figure out, what can it be? What do I need it to be? Arrange my lands. He's got a sort of sly smile on his face.
My ultimatum mana.
Oh, this is Ultimatum Mana. That's the card that he wants. Cruel Ultimatum is the card he's hoping to top deck. And... Oh! Ultimatum! Off the top!
Oh, Yellow Hat! That makes more sense. Wait, I still don't know who Yellow Hat is.
Rose Smash players got together and did a Comedy Central style roast recently. Would you be willing to be the first Magic player to get a roast? As in, people roast me? Dude, that's literally every feature match I play. Commentator Simon Gerson's like, oh, he's playing so slow. Pretty decent. Stories about whatever comes to mind. Pretty cool. That was gas. I'll have to share that, retweet that at some point. Ever talked to him as? Yeah, we've talked since. I'm gonna play blue-white in London. Probably. I'd say there's at least a 50% chance I play blue-white.
It ignited a lot of memories to me. Right for you.
Yeah, it did. It was cool. It was a really cool video. Conquer, thanks for the resub, bud. Appreciate it. Ooh, humans. Humans, pretty tough matchup, I think. We'll see. At least I didn't go with old Terminus. I have the mix. So, hopefully that helps. I have the one wall of omens. I have the 3 different kind of sweepers. I do only have 4 sweepers, which is somewhat on the low side. Yeah, humans crushes blue-white, yeah. Bugler helps a bit. Knight of Autumn helps a bit. It was already like kind of a close matchup. It was good for blue-white back when you played 1 or 2 Wall of Omens. I think Spreading Seed was decent. And you had like the 2 Verdicts, 1 Wrath of before Terminus, basically. Because you just got to play like 2 Verdict, 1 Wrath, 1 Day. And they get Gadok Teak too now. I don't know, it's pretty rough. Human is probably bad against Jeskai. Obviously, it depends on the Jeskai version. So this is actually one of their worst draws. The like multiple freebooter draw, no vial is good for us because now if we ever draw a sweeper, it's just over because they're putting no pressure on. So that's kind of good for us. Okay. Let's not be loose here. And I'm probably still gonna lose, but double fail's probably not gonna matter. I mean, they still have a free turn clock, and I need to top deck something good. That's probably GG. Now I have 1 turn to draw a sweeper. Terminus, Terminus. Should you put the Fear of Settle in them when you actually do have Settle in your deck, or? I guess it gives you info on how they play in that spot. I just stack with everything. He said, LOL, dude, don't do that to me. I had a strong coffee before. My heart might give up. Glimmer might be okay. We'll see. Gideon's kind of hit or miss against humans. Can do almost nothing, and sometimes it can be good. And it's double white, it's kind of tough to cast sometimes. Am I not putting some delay? No, I mean, it's like 25 ticks to enter. It's not a very important tournament. If I have suspicion of sniping, I'll put on the hand hider, but I'd rather just be able to just hang out with chat, interact and stuff. Alright, I need to cut 2 more, probably some of the 5s because of Gadoktig and stuff. I could do like a Cryptic and a Teferi. Cryptic's kind of good against... let's see. Glimmer is a bit greedy. Yeah, Glimmer is probably a bit greedy. I agree. Alright, this looks good. Why Glimmer over Hieroglyphic? I'm playing it in the sideboard, and I'm assuming that in the matchups where I'm going to want to bring it in, I'm going to have time to cast it for 4 mana. Illumination is better when you're playing Terminus and stuff, because up against the aggro deck, sometimes you don't have time and you need to find Terminus, or, you know, just need to cycle, but as a sideboard card, I feel like it makes sense. I'm going to keep. If I only had 1 up, it would be really close. I'd keep the same hand with just 1 Serum Visions. 1 up, I would probably keep because my hand's pretty strong and I have wall. And the matchup's not that great. Oh, I forgot I had Stony in my sideboard. Maybe I should have brought it in, I just forgot about it. But against humans, it's kind of close. Back to the cave. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime resub. Humans uses it. It can be annoying with Freebooter in your draw step. Like they make decent use of it. It's not as scary as some of the other Vile decks, though. What I think about the new sweeper, it's what's 5 mana and you bounce one of your creatures. Seems pretty mediocre. Seems like a fine sweeper. No, I guess we're used to playing Fumigates and Cleansing Nova and stuff. No, it's actually kind of cool. I don't know. It'll make for interesting deck building decisions, I guess. Alright, I'm assuming I just path Mantis Rider, right? Does so much damage. Cards of Pain. This game's over. Obviously it's not over, but you know what I mean. Looking extremely grim. Still have 4 cards in hand. I mean, this doesn't... Alright, I have 1 turn to draw land. Yeah, we're down again. Oh, another one. Triple Mantis Rider. Not bad. Not bad at all. Why is he attacking with Thalia? Yeah, that's another thing that helped the humans match up a tiny bit when they added the second basic. Huh. Alright. Alright. I died to like a bunch of cards. Sure. Oh yeah, they drew 4 Mantis Strider. Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of... I mean, all their creatures are really good. Wait, what? What the hell? Oh, they have another Thalia in hand? Okay, sure. Am I missing something? Is that even good if you have another Thalia in hand? It's still bad, right? It's funny. I was thinking, I hope I don't draw 7 visions because I'm playing 24 lands and 6 cantrips instead of just, you know, a 25th land. 3 lands on top. Alright, GG's. That sucks. I probably win if I draw a land. I go Baneslayer into Gearhulk. And nothing for it. That's kind of unlucky. I feel like my version's decent against humans. This is a matchup I wouldn't mind playing some more. What time is it? 6? I'm gonna go. I need to prepare dinner, so I'm gonna be gone for like most of the rest of the round. Let's see, what about color? What color looks good? Dawn of Battle. I'm gonna go prepare dinner. It shouldn't be too long, and if you're still around, Makis, I wouldn't mind playing some more against humans. Actually, that's a matchup I wanted to play test a bit, see how bad it was for the blue-white deck. So, yeah, in between rounds, if you have humans built, or play against Affinity some more. All right, I'm gonna spam some. Oh, I should retweet that. Should I be super cheesy and be like, it ignited prawn? In the non-terminus version, when I played 2 or 3 Jace, it's close. I was playing only 2 when I had no terminus. Right now I'm playing kind of a weird mix, but I kind of like it. People have been asking if you have to play 0 or 4 terminus, and I'm not so sure, actually. I thought it was 0 or 4, but like, you're kind of happy to play Opt and Serum Visions anyways, because these cards are good with Snapcaster Mage. It's not like you're just playing them because of Terminus. What do you think about new Teferi plus discard spells as a combination in Modern? I don't know. I haven't thought about the new cards too much, but the new Teferi looks pretty strong. I'm sure it's going to see play. Alright, I'll be back in like 20 minutes or so probably. Ooh, one match. Alright, I'm gonna play another ad. Might as well. I'll be I'm gonna keep. I mean, this hand's kind of good against everyone. I think, yeah, my killer's probably playing hardened scales. I think that's his favorite deck right now, but he could be testing something different. For those of you who don't know, Yama Killer streams. If you want to watch him play the matchup from the other side. He's also coming second recently in a Grand Prix with hardened scales. He lost in the finals to Phoenix deck. Describe snack. That was just a piece of orange chocolate. I was making a beet and feta salad. He said I may have already misplayed on turn 1. So I kind of want to draw Hallowed Fountain, so maybe I shouldn't fetch, but I think thinning the deck is not worth it. Like, I mean, just basically, I don't want to have to shock myself at some point just to have that extra land or whatever. I'm gonna... Now I actively want to thin my deck, I guess. I kind of want to get second Hallowed Fountain, though. Oh, that's right, he's been playing Abzan. I actually have Timely Reinforcement. Maybe I should have shocked myself. I don't know if I should remand that, given that I have time. I think I should. That's kind of interesting. Definitely do not want to get basic planes, that's for sure. Alright, I'll get Hallowed. I don't think you can rely on the tokens to block Grim Flare there. Plus he might just have the thingy next turn, whatever that's called. He's playing a pretty interesting version of the deck. I'm personally not a fan of just throwing bubbles in decks, but I guess he makes it work. Yeah. So if I get his Overgrown Tomb, he's probably going to get Swamp and be able to use Spell Bombs, so I guess I should maybe also save it for Manland, honestly. Or I could... I think I'm just going to... Well, that makes it easy. We basically win. Like, if he spends a turn, I guess he could have Paul's. If he gives me the extra land of an Assassin's Trophy, yeah. I think he's like multi-queuing too, so he's going to be scooping fast. So Rest in Peace, I usually do not bring in against Jaunt or Black Green, but I think against the white version it might be good. I mean, he has, looks like he has Traverse. The counter spells are pretty bad. I think Remand might be okay. It's decent against Lingering Souls, which is one of the problem cards for my deck. Lingering Souls is pretty annoying to play against. Click is already not good against Black Green and Jaunt, I think, but it's even worse against the Lingering Souls deck. I think Timely's kind of bad. Big Settle is okay. What am I down to? 63. The Angels are probably kind of whatever. I don't think they're... kind of like Rayman. Rayman's also decent against Tracker. He might have Siege Rhino on his deck. I don't know exactly what he's playing. Tensions here is a bit clunky, but necessarily evil. Maybe Settle Wreckage is mediocre. Alright, I'm gonna do that. The counter spells are pretty bad against Liliana. Like once you have Liliana in play and you top deck a counter spell, you kind of wanna shoot yourself, but I think it's pretty mediocre, but good enough to keep. I obviously don't want to mulligan too much against Inquisition. Fulminator Mage is pretty scary. I'm assuming Abzan runs Fulminator. Hope I draw basic planes next turn. I'll take any basic or fetch land. He just said not looking good for your chances at a land. Oh man. It's kind of a tough one. Assuming Gideon's not going to be that great this game. I didn't need that. Gross. Alright. Losing every game to Manus Crew. Even the match we won, we lost. Maybe 24 lands just not enough. That's like 3 matches in a row where we have mana problems. I'm not sure. Blue-white confirmed unbeatable if you can get to 5. Man, I hate fun. And I feel like with 6 cantrips, I added a second Search for Esconta, I added a Wall of Omens, I have Remand, I have a lot of cantrips. Alright, I'm sure he's gonna win. I don't know, I could play it out, but it's like... Hey, what's up, buddy? How do you say your name? Fishian? Fishian? I say... I need the phonetics. I need the phonetics over here. Alright. Definitely want Remand. I might want Mana League just because of stupid Fulminator Mage. Fishing. Nice. Yeah, man. Honestly, it was cool to see how, I don't know, it was very endearing. I don't always get these kind of, I mean, people are usually happy and stuff, but I'm glad that was cool. And the deck you're playing looked pretty cool. We're actually playing against Abzan right now. Yeah, I'll play Mana Leak. I could board. Not sure. Maybe I should just have Angels instead of Terminus in this matchup. Go kind of light on the sweepers. Vendilion Click might help me a tiny bit, but it dies to Planeswalkers. I usually board out Terminus in this matchup, even though it's theory it might be okay to attack Planeswalkers. Alright, I think on the draw you probably need the sweep. On the play you need the sweepers less than you do on the draw. Why am I not playing in Cleveland? Because I live in Paris, France. And be, oh, you're map hacker. I'll troll. Troll is back. Friendly troll. Why am I playing a mix of sweepers? I just wanted to try it, see if it worked out. I also wanted to have a settle the wreckage in my main deck because it's really, really, really good against dredge. Well, that's kind of a tough spot already. If you can get to 4 mana without playing a basic. I'll play Island, see what happens. Hopefully he has Inquisition in his opening hand. Nope. Alright, now I just have to play the Colonnade. I could wait one more turn. But then if I draw a Gideon or a Detention Sphere, I'm going to want to shoot myself. Alright. The fact that he didn't play black mana on turn 1 and that he mulligan is good for us. Means he's less likely. That was a good draw. Alright. If he doesn't have Fulminator, I think I win. Okay. Kambal, sure. Wow. Clearly he's sniping. I didn't have a cheap card. Coincidence. He casts Inquisition the 1 turn. I have a target for it. Wow. Dirty. And now he's scooping in shame. Because I called him out. I'm joking. Good games, even though these games were not very interesting. Alright, Makis, you up? He's also like, he said he might be triple queuing. Should I double queue? Oh, vintage. Please no. Alright. Let's do a quick poll. I don't think I'm gonna double queue, but unless it's like double queue, yes or no. Just type yes if you want me to double queue vintage and modern, and no if you don't want me to. It didn't go horribly, did it? And like the bug is gone. The reason why it was horrible, there was the bug. But I should probably just, plus I can play my keys between rounds. We can play test some matchups. Shops is so good though. Yeah, there's Modern Challenge. It's every Saturday. It starts at, I'm not sure where you live. Always starts at the same time. It's 25 ticks or 250 play points to enter. And the prizes are pretty good. Plus you get those modern points that you can use to play the Mox qualifier. The EV is decent. Wow, yes. Yes, one. Jeez. I really don't want to double queue. I can't. I don't know, I'm torn because yes won, but some of my favorite subs said no. Emo said no. Auntie said no. McKee said no. Wow, Mervdoc said yes. So definitely not doing it. Wow, this is so tough. I wish I hadn't done the poll. The people who said yes are trolling me. I feel like Auntie, McKees, they're kind of... Kang is kind of the vote. Yeah, it seems like most reasonable people said no. And honestly, the degens that don't care about my mental health said yes. They're just junkies. Junkies that want to see all the action. Alright, Makis. Let's play. Maybe I should add all. I don't know. Humans or... Humans would probably be good. Either humans or... What's the other deck? We'll go back on 4th turn visions. No, I need a mix. I need to draw up. Maybe play 6. Maybe cut something else for a land. Plus I get to play my favorite, an extra of my favorite card. I like the 6 cantrips. But... Should I cut a Jace maybe? Search. I think cutting it. Seal No. No, Jace is pretty good. I could cut a cryptic. Cut wall. Settle. Settle is a nod to hey, Spider Space. Yeah, I mean, I'll play you, I'll play Makis. It's kind of the same to me. Sorry, I know I kind of left you hanging a bit yesterday. Alright, it doesn't matter much. What do I... What's... I'll just cut a knob. Why play one of each 4 counters? Because they're all kind of good and kind of bad. Like Logic Knot, you can't really afford to play more than one, I think, even with 2 search and stuff, because you just don't have enough cards in your graveyards a lot of the time. Negate, you know, there's a lot of decks where it's not that great. I don't know, it's just feels right. You want to draw one of each, kind of. You don't want to draw 2 negates in a lot of matchups. You know, you don't want to draw 2 remands. It's hard to explain. Gives you a bit of flexibility with... Who actually believes they're gonna print Counterspell in that new set? Like, who would be willing to bet money at unfavorable odds, I guess, or... yeah. Seems kind of nuts to me. Hey, Cosmic Cannon, the hat fam, I like it. What's good? Oh, I should update to show that we're not just scrubs. We actually have a winning range. Convery would bet on it. It's actually kind of a long con. I'm asking you and then I'll be okay, let's bet. 50 tickets say they do 1-to-1 odds. I don't know if I should be betting on my stream like that. Is that good against Twitch? But now you're kind of free rolling me, Sauce, because either they don't print it and you win 50 tickets, or they print it and then you're gonna just finally probably win a PTQ or something. I feel like I'm getting free roll. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's literally people playing blackjack and poker on stream, so I'm probably safe. Wait, why did I have that when I had Verdict in hand? Actually, it's fine. I don't want to tap out if I don't have to. I think he has a second mountain in his deck, but I'm. Oh, welding jar. Wait, I still get the land, right? That's kind of scary. Could I have played around that? I would have had to wait until he was completely tapped. I remember at some point there was a guy playing blackjack on one of the online blackjack sites and betting tons of money, and he had like 20,000 viewers. I don't know, maybe not 5 or 6 years. Hooked them. I wonder if I'm supposed to surgical just for the... I mean, he only has 2 frenzy in his deck, but card is kind of terrifying. I think I'm just gonna do it. I mean, my surgical is gonna do basically nothing. I don't think a life total is gonna be relevant. Oh. Right. That card. That's a pretty good target, actually, as well. That's kind of a tough call. He has no cards in hand. Do I surgical Galvanic Blast now, or do I wait till his draws? Do I care about Galvanic Blast? Not really. I'm just gonna do Frenzy, even though he probably has only 1. Like, I feel like I'm gonna be fine against. I mean, plating really good too. Yeah, he only has 2. Maybe I was supposed to just Field of Runes first, the Nexus. I kind of forgot about that. But I have a lot of... Alright, I think I should thin my deck first. Yikes. I mean, I'm okay. I have a Colonnade, I have 2 Sweepers. Even if he draws a plating, it's not the end of the world. I don't have to worry about it anymore. I was actually considering using Field of Runes before my Serum Vision as well. But then it kind of feels bad if I draw a card I can't cast, a Jace Arteferi. It's actually almost unfortunate to have Colonnade in play, because now I can't hit and click. It's a pretty good draw. What's he gonna do though? Sack a bunch of artifacts to kill my Colonnades? Can't really. He has a bunch of useless artifacts he'd probably be willing to trade for a Colonnade. Okay, I'm just gonna use... I'm gonna Terminus and I'm gonna... It's like 1 turn at least where I know he's probably not gonna have anything too nasty. Okay. Should definitely block with the Sweeper. Alright, I guess I'm willing to trade 4 damage for 1 damage. I feel bad if he draws plating, but oh well. Oh, look at that, the rare double colonnade activation. Should I even counter that? Or just use a verdict? Let's not spew. Hey, Hulk Smash. Get yourself a modern. How much modern have you played, Hulk Smash? Hulk Smash says. Alright, well. I'm just playing it super safe here. I wonder if it's worth using the tension sphere on the spring. Just in case. No, that makes no sense. Never mind. Oh, he has. I didn't even realize. I didn't see I had drawn that. So what I can do is, did I already play a land? I think I have. Right. Can like counterbalance. I'm not in a rush. I think I should actually... It's kind of bad I'm letting him know I have it, but I think I just want to cycle my remand right away. I don't think I've ever made that play before, but I think it's right, because obviously... There's a modern challenge every Saturday, yeah. There's a modern one, a pauper one, a legacy one, and a vintage one. It's like modern and legacy, modern and vintage on Saturdays, and pauper and vintage on Mondays. On Sundays. Same time. Alright, I'll use my cryptic command. Thought he might scoop there. I tell him half and cryptic. Doesn't do anything right, just prevent it to. Why am I not winning vintage with shops again? I don't know, it seems like... I've had people vote. It was 25 people want me to play double Q and 22 didn't want me to, but it seems like most of the reasonable people were voting against it, so... Harkalada, thanks for the tier 1 sub, 3 months in a row. Appreciate it. So usually counter spells, I mean counter spells used to be bad in this matchup, but Frenzy might change that a tiny bit. There's that whole different angle they have. All of them, it's kind of... I'll try all the expensive cards. Or I could cut some of the expensive ones and have like maybe. You've only ever played in the Mox prelim, which is better? They're completely different. The Mox prelims are free if you got enough points. So they're kind of a free roll because there's still prizes. I mean, the challenges are kind of more fun, I guess. I don't know, because, I don't know, Modern is fun. A lot of the prelims are seal deck, which is not my favorite. They're different. They get you different things. Where did I find the Yellowhat song? Someone found it for me. Someone who lived in Japan just saw it and just shared that gem with us. There's no counters. How do you win against Frenzy? Well, I have Detention Sphere and Celestial Purge. So that's my plan. I get kind of a sketchy hand. Just mulligan. Why didn't he put all these cards before attacking? Let's play around stuff, I guess. Playing around a bunch of cards I don't have in hand. Yeah, I should have mulligan. I don't know what I was thinking. On the draw against... If I was on the play, maybe. On the draw is nothing until turn. Alright, I'm not gonna run the dragon taps. Form a case. Feels bad to be in Galvanic Blast range. Yikes. Yes, yikes. Signing the plating? The fairy minus the plating, maybe, and hope he has a really bad turn? Oh, sure. Oh, but then he might draw it again. Oh, that was really dumb. Whatever. I'm so far behind, maybe I just need to take a chance. But no, you guys... that was dumb. Should have Detention Sphered. I'm just dead on board. He just like plays whatever is on top of his deck and then plays plating. Unless he has the Utter Frenzy on top, exactly. I mean, to be fair, if I Detention Sphere plating, I'm in like terrible shape anyways, because I have to turn this, it means turns up Frenzy. I'm just trying different setups, yeah. Just kind of experimenting with different builds. Yeah, I was like completely... Cryptic Command's not even that good against, because they have plating, they can move it at instant speed, they have the man lands that help you play around Cryptic Command. It's just pretty mediocre. I think maybe even Glimmer of Genius might be better than Cryptic Command, honestly. Plus, if I just got all the Cryptic Commands, I can not have... Scant, that's pretty good. Especially if I'm boarding out all my 2-mana counter spells, it gives me something to do on turn 2, and the games usually go somewhat long against Affinity. They have, yeah. I'm just gonna bottom. Blocker is not. There's something I'm taking something other than blue-white. Definitely. It's pretty low, but yeah. If I had not drawn a second source of white, I would have just papped the overseer to not take infinite damage. I don't know. I've said it before. If my teammates think there is a modern deck that's much better, they can like... If most of the team agrees one deck is much better, then I'll probably, you know, practice with that deck and see if... I think Phoenix is much better. I don't think so necessarily, but... Has anyone tried to talk me into Amulet Titan? Well, I have Edgar on my team. Oh, yes. Speaking of teammates, what's up, Morgan? Morgan says Phoenix is as overrated as JDS was 2 years ago. Yeah. Am I looking at anything weird like the new... No, I don't think the new Mulligan rule is going to make a deck that's bad all of a sudden good. Feels like just kind of a tiebreaker. I guess I'll path. I know he has 2 mountain in his deck, but he doesn't have Metalcraft yet. So you could actually like finish off the Jace with a Galvanic Blast. I think I want to draw the land and bottom. Do I have time for one more? 2 matches. Alright, so we don't have time for one more. Alright, thank you, Makis. If you're still around, we can play more, or I can play Spider Space, maybe. Alright, favorable matchup confirmed. Yeah, I need to figure out if I'm supposed to leave in. Yeah. Am I on delay, Zach? Nah, decided to just, you know, yellow it, as the kids say. Let's see. Got a few minutes to kill. Seems like a good time to check out this website of my sponsor. I never finished reading that Siggy article. Because I'm really, really vain. I did a research. I felt really, really bad. I went with the NAS research and it came up 7 times, but they're all Matt NAS. So I don't even get a mention. Bad beat. Clearly, Matt NAS has taken. My report should be coming up soon. Should I try and play more fetch lands to play a second Logic Knot? I think 1 Logic Knot is good. There's just so many hands where you can't cast Logic Knot on turn 2. I mean, obviously having a couple extra fetch lands would help with that, but I'm not... I'm a person who Googles myself. How often do I Google myself? Let's see. Insightful comments? Is that possible? Nah. I earned 2 last week by the use of playing Magic together enough for 4 days on my PC, and the Magic I played was so clean that I could not accept losing at all. If you want to earn this type of huge coins, then come and be a part of us. Copy this. Oh yeah, the spam, yeah. That's pretty good, yeah. I earned $10,000 last month by the use of operating online, most effective for 5 to 8 hours on my PC. It was so clean that my opponent could not accept as a 10. Copy this. Yeah, I just didn't. Yeah, I just didn't. That's pretty good. Huge coins. Classic huge coins. Is my match started already? Oh. Kind of mediocre hands you sign up for. Question is, do I play Flooded Strand for Hallowed Fountain or actual Hallowed Fountain? Probably Flooded. When I meet new people, do I try and explain Magic to them or just tell them I'm a poker player? No, I usually I mean, if they, I don't know, I usually don't lie or it's not that hard to explain. I don't know, and I'm not ashamed of it or anything. To be fair, I don't meet a lot of new people these days. I don't socialize a ton, etc. Versus Shadow, this is going to be tough because this is the one matchup where, maybe more than any other, where you don't want to be flooded. I don't even have a... Alright. I'm going to save the fetch land for Jace. I think it's pretty close between filling your deck right there and keeping the fetch land for Jace. Like, I wish someone would... Has Carson ever written an article about how much Finning actually impacts your draw step and the quality of your draw steps? Do I stream full time? I do. Stream like week. And it's about half my income right now. Other half is writing for channel. Right, it took Verdict. It's pretty aggressive. It's kind of scary. Probably means they have Stubborn Denial in hand, or another Inquisition maybe. No, I mean, you know what it means. Yeah, I'm basically Adam's employee right now. True story. Alright, I need to draw a Terminus, but we only have 2. But with the power of the Terminus song, maybe we can get there. Terminus, Terminus. Where is my Terminus? Terminus. I could really use... It doesn't have it looks like he was thinking about casting an Angler. Wow, I guess I should have believed in the heart of the cards and just saved my logic knot. Saving fetch seems right. Yeah, but there's also the scenario where you don't get to cast Chase, right? They have a discard spell or they counter it. So you need to factor that in. Alright, despite incredible top decks, I'm still a pretty big underdog. Teferi. Doesn't have the same rank to it, but... Alright, it's a pretty good draw. Okay. I just want to get the Snapcaster and play, slow them down. Also, it's less clunky, like, I just think it's good. I do expose myself to stubborn denial. I don't think there's a reason. I think if you had to use it, I think it would be a good use of a stubborn denial, even though it's really unlikely they had, or no. Oh, they were baiting? Wait, they have Looks like I maybe punted by using a lot. I completely forgot.
You are my employee of the month. Congrats.
Nice. Thanks for the $10 donation, Adam. Employee of the month. Never been the month before. It's kind of cool. It's kind of close. I think blocking Angler is tiny bit better. Blocking Angler is worse if I draw a path to exile. I need to believe in my deck. I think it's still okay, because then I have like another free draw steps to draw something for Snapcaster Mage. Stubborn Denial. Pijamar, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Anyone else notice I drew 0 lands? I drew all spells since my opening hand, and this game is still kind of close. This is where not having Colonnade to force Colonnade. Alright, all this game was rough. Definitely would have mulliganed if I knew what I was up against. Maybe my hand was too bad against everyone. Detention Sphere, Verdict, 5 lands on the draw was no Field of Runes, no Colonnades. I don't mind this spell against them. I think the Angels are okay too, right? They keep in Dismember though, and Angel doesn't save you against Death Shadow. Let's see. I definitely want all these cards. I think Wall is just good enough. I definitely want all these cards. Settle is okay. Cryptic Command is not great either. Cryptic Command's kind of medium. I think the Angels are probably okay. I think Mana Leak's probably okay. Is Rest in Peace good? I think it's okay on the play because turn 2 Rest in Peace stops Angler, but they have Angler and Snapcaster. I don't think that's enough to warrant Rest in Peace. Plus, sometimes the games just go long and they cast Angler for 7 mana. So they end up actually getting value from their rest in peace. I don't know. Obviously, it doesn't happen very often, but I've definitely. I mean, this is bad, but I'm gonna keep. I think it's still better than mulliganing.
Play the jingle.
Play the jingle. This game feels lost already. Like, what are the odds I have a free spell hand or a force spell hand if I mulligan? I get this cry too. Maybe this is a mulligan. I'd almost feel better if this was a card that costs 4 more. This way I'm Inquisition proof. Upkeep it. It's kind of risky, but I really don't want to give them an extra land right. Hold the fetch for Jace. I think Jace is so unlikely to resolve. I don't know, maybe not. I don't think you hold the first one. It's just too many draw steps. It's not game 1. I don't know what's wrong. Can feel the loss coming. My throat is super dry. My dying wishes. I just really didn't want them to just play a Liliana or any Planeswalker this turn. Yeah, I feel like I need to maybe... This is kind of a close one. To have 6 cards in hand, and I have 1. Oh. What do they even have in hand? Probably. Should I attack? Seems kind of bad to attack. Bolt me? I'd have a Snapcaster Mage? Wait, what? Snapcaster Mage Bolt instead of Sleight of Hand? Huh? They have a negate or a disdainful stroke, I guess, right? It's the only thing that makes sense, I think. Holding disdainful stroke in hand. More bolts? I don't know. Looks like they definitely have Dismember. Damn. Alright, this is using. What if the dismember now blown? Disdainful stroke in hand. They're just so unwilling to tap out on their turn. So weird. This game's really, really weird. Do they have Bolt, Snapcaster, Bolt? Should I just use my Path to Exile? I kind of want to. Whatever, I'll do. Chase doesn't do that much. I guess all I had to do was take it. I think I played super scared. Definitely killing Jace. How many rounds in the challenge? I think it's 7. How many players? 161. Where's my game? No, it's 7. There's never 8. 7 and oh no, it is 8 rounds. Yeah. And there's a top 8 for this one. Yeah. 8 rounds in the top 8. So it could be here all night. If I pick up my second loss this early, I'm pretty sure I can't make top 8 anymore, so play. Yeah, I think I might drop at 2. If I was like 4-1, maybe you keep playing if you pick up your second loss later. Plus there's prizes. It's not only prizes for the top 8, but 2-2 I might go along and enjoy my weekend a bit. Maybe go hang out with Liz and... (7-7) depth. I'm very convenient. He played Amulet and he lost to humans with Chalice. Yeah, I heard that was a thing. Chalice in the sideboard of the humans deck. Might even get a counterspell out of it. Oh yeah, right. That we knew. I mean, that was the raid we had. The disdainful stroke the entire game. The way they were keeping 2 mana up at all cost. Well, it looks like we got all freebie this game. I believe I should have lost. If open and played a tiny bit better, but I'll take it. Definitely take it. I mean, obviously this game's not over, but they're probably drawing dead. How do you think the JDS matchup is? I think it's blue-white favored. Kind of varies a bit on the build, how favored you are. Doesn't the Chalice also hurt humans? Well, you have Vial and you have Cavern of Souls, so not really. You just play your 1-drop before playing your Chalice. Thank you, anonymous gifter, and stay hydrated, bot. Welcome to the club. Welcome back. Timely's kind of tricky. It can buy you a lot of time, but also a lot of time you don't even gain the 6. Also, click I think might be good. Click in this matchup. Lake is medium. Them having Jace makes. Click is MVP. What should I cut for Click? I feel like Click is playing scared, leaving Click against Liliana decks and stuff, but maybe not. Settle? I think Settle is serviceable. It's pretty expensive, but it's still... They have so few creatures. Hate the counters. Cutting Cryptics? Yeah, I don't know. They have like a bunch of counter spells, and you usually they past like turn 4 they don't really tap out on their turn that much, and it's really hard to counter anything with Cryptic, so a lot of time it's just like bounce draw. Cut one is alright, 2 lands, 5 spells. Yikes. Again that. There. Terminus comes as a spell in the opener, kind of. At least half a spell. I don't like Rest in Peace in this matchup. I think it's okay on the play because you actually shut down turn 2 Angler. I don't think it, I mean, I have a lot of cards that rely on the graveyard too. Some of my best cards in the matchup rely on the graveyard. Or, I don't know if it's true, but... Yikes. GG. Sometimes they just have the nuts. It's the appeal. One of the appeals of Grixis Death Shadow. Sometimes you just have unbeatable. Alright then. I didn't even bother with the song. It was 0%. Ding 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 ding! Let's go, Craig Westcoat. Ding 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 ding! It's the bell when you need it.
Can't believe what fell.
We're getting into any GPs in Europe. I don't have any GPs planned right now.
Ding 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 ding.
Ding, let's go. Oh, they're adding a cards? Oh, they milled me with Thought Scour. Am I actually gonna lose? Left. This is tricky. Playing Snapcaster loses to Lightning Bolt. So let's see. Up. Wow, that was so brutal. I'm definitely not playing. I'm definitely not doing Jace minus. Just completely awful. Ding, 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 ding. I'm gonna lose after all that. Do I chum block? I don't think I chum block. Ooh, that's scary. Jace minus? Anyone who says Jace minus, I can't tell if you're trolling me, if you're awful at Magic, or if I'm awful at Magic. I'd have something better than a Bolt. So they probably have like a Death Shadow counterspell. They might have Upkeep Path for sure. Upkeep Path plus Field of Ruin. This way, if they have a counterspell. I guess the downside with Upkeep Path is that I don't get the 2 damage in, but I don't think that's super relevant. I think it's more important to keep them low on mana so they can't like looting, etc. Oh wow, Snapcast. Well, I'm dead to Snapcaster Mage anyways, right? Because he just goes Snapcaster. Oh no, I'm not dead to Snap. So path first, this way to get the land tap. Oh no, the island is in the graveyard. Oh, I should have pathed on my turn. Oh no, I guess it's still good. Okay. Get rid of the red. Now they can't even top deck Bolt or even flashback. They tapped their mana poorly. They should have tapped it. It could be like game losing play to tap the wrong land there. It's really bad for them themselves. So they obviously Denver. So let's see. Lyra loses to Jace minus. It loses to Liliana. Free Stubborn Denial. Like, couple to Fairy. And then Lyra loses to like 1 Jace. Probably a couple Liliana. Maybe they left in a Dismember. He played the 4-mana Jace in game 1. Fairy's just so much better in the long run. They don't have 2 Lilianas. I don't know. I think they should. I think most sideboard have 1 yellow and then. Oh, Snapcaster Mage. Right. Oh, I forgot about Snapcaster Mage. Wow. Yeah, I'm bad. It's close. It's really close. I think Snapcaster Mage definitely makes it live. They have Jace minus, oh well. Yeah, we lose. They have Jace minus. They're tapping all their mana, looks like. I was gonna play Teferi. I guess there's a small chance they Snapcaster sleight of hand if they have Snapcaster. Yeah, I think it's close. It's pretty brutal though.